guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a Q&A. It's my first Q&A, so I'm really excited. Peep the new camera. Y'all see the lighting, the
focus.
I'm excited. Okay, I have a few questions. Thank you guys on Instagram for submitting those questions. So let's just get right into it. The first question: what surprised you most when it came to liver condition and post-transplant? So for this question, I would definitely say the most obvious for me, which is the fact that I'm no longer accumulating fluid. You know, if you guys have been watching my old videos and you follow me on social media, you've seen how, you know, my abdomen looks when I have fluid, and I would get taps, the paracentesis, you know, get all that drained every so often. So it's just gone. Like, I breathe better. That used to, you know, affect my breathing. I'm not as tired. My clothes are fitting better. So I think that surprised me the most, and I think I'm still surprised to this day. So the second question is, how long do you have to take medicine and what are they for? Great question. So currently I take 9 types of medication, and that equals to 14 different pills in total. And so doctors say like in about a month, then again like from 3 to 6 months. So basically like every month, 2 months, 3 months, you know, gradually in the next year it's gonna go down. They told me in about a year I'll go from 14 pills to about 2 to 3, which is great. But with those 2 to 3, I'll be taking those for the rest of my life. Because it is a liver that is not mine technically, right? It's a foreign substance in my body. There is a chance of organ rejection, God forbid. And so that's the reason why I would have to take that for the remainder of my life. Those specifically are called immunosuppressants, and they are tacrolimus, also called Prograf, a very low dosage of prednisone. Currently, I just switched from 20 milligrams to 15, and they said, you know, soon, in about a year or less than that, I'll probably be down to like 2.55-ish, around there. And then the last one is Cellcept, which is another anti-rejection medicine. And then currently, since I'm still fresh off surgery, the antiviral will be the ones that are decreasing over time as I get stronger. What is one exciting thing you want to do after recovery? That is really hard to answer because, like, it might not be exciting for you guys, but like literally for me, like, I just want to go out to eat at a restaurant, like a steakhouse. I want to go to church and see my church fam, and like just have a normal weekend. Like, I don't know, do like you know, New York has so many pop-ups every weekend. There's something to do every day. There's something to do, you know, find something to do. Just have fun and like not worry about, you know, having to come home earlier because I'm tired, and saving energy and not being able to order certain things. I think that's one of the things, like right away once I get the okay, like I'm outside. What else did I put? I want to take a hiking trip. I want to go out in nature and do like, I don't know, like a weekend cabin with like friends, and just like bask in God's creation. I think that's one of the best things to do. I'll be giving the okay more towards the springtime, so winter I'll be indoors, which is fine with me because I don't like traveling when it's cold. So, and then even later on, girl, I have all this planned already. I want to go to, I technically had a Panama trip type of, well, it was planned, but like not really, like the itinerary was planned. So that is something that I would love to do post-transplant in about a year's time, 6 months for in the country. Ooh, okay, the worst and best experience of the whole process. In terms of worst, it'll definitely be the pain and discomfort that I still feel and was really feeling like towards the beginning, like in the hospital, and then when I first got discharged. That's the worst part. That's the only part, you know, and that's obviously temporary, which is great. As the days go on, I'm in less and less pain. The mornings are the worst because all of my pain meds are like obviously, you know, out of my system. I still have back pain. It must be, you know, just from the surgery. So the morning is a hard time for me. Okay, and the best. So kind of like what I said in the first question. There's so many, you know, just enjoying eating, living with less barriers. I'm officially a healthy 27-year-old with the power of the Holy Spirit living inside of me, and just like, you know, the possibilities are endless, like period, they're endless. Before, I just would not like to think about the future because, you know, the liver, my transplant was pending, so it was like, it was hard for me. I'm someone who likes to plan, you know, and that was hard with this barrier in my life, and now God has removed that. Down the line, I want to do missionary, like I want to serve, I want to travel, and just like continue being a diligent woman of God. This is, I actually have it here all the time. It's a little post-it.
Next question.
How visible will the scarring be once everything is healed? Thankfully, like, they still haven't taken out any of the staples, and I think next week they will, because it's looking ready to come out. At first, the skin was kind of like lifted, but now it's really flat, and it's obviously gonna be really obvious, you know, in the summertime when I wear a bathing suit and stuff like that. But I don't mind it at all. I mean, it's my warrior scar. It's a testimony of my faith. Like, it's a part of me. We go back, like it's gonna be visible for sure, but you know, as time goes on with any scar, it's gonna get lighter and lighter. So, you know, I'm not really worried about it. I mean, I don't have a belly button so my stomach tells a lot of stories, and yeah, I wouldn't mind telling them if people ask. It's all right, it's cool, it's part of me, it's part of my journey. The next question is, what are everyday precautions that you have to take? Well, currently, since I'm still recovering, I can't really lift anything over like 8 to 10 pounds. You know, I can't do anything strenuous because I will feel it, and I have tried. Kind of like by accident, you know, when my mom isn't around and I need to pick something up, but I've learned to just leave it there. Yeah, no. And so that'll change with time. Long term though, I think I mentioned this in the last video, I can no longer have raw foods, and I can't really eat at buffets just because of the way the food is prepared and the way it's left out. Everything that I eat has to be cooked well. And that is a precaution that I just have to be aware of. But other than that, that's pretty much it. You know, obviously stay on top of my medication, but that's about it.
Next question.
What's been the biggest challenge since receiving a liver? Biggest challenge is currently the recovery part, like I've mentioned, and you know, the fact that I'm kind of forced to stay home. It basically just feels like I'm on lockdown. Like, just think about COVID in the early days. I can't go anywhere. I am taking walks outside, but since it's been brick, I have not been doing that too much. I went out yesterday. I'm probably gonna go out today, I think. I don't know. The thing is, like, to do normal things like errands and stuff like that, it has to be like super local, meaning like in a 4-block radius from my house. But I do need some food today, so Trader Joe's, y'all gotta start delivering, because
What's up with that?
I think that's been the most difficult, just, you know, not being able to go outside. And, you know, I can't, as a New Yorker, you know, I don't drive, so I take the MTA, and they strictly no MTA for 3 months. But yeah, I gotta follow doctor's orders, so I would say that's the biggest thing. And seeing my students, of course, because I know I miss them and they miss me. Next one. What are you most grateful for since getting transplanted? That's a nice question. I would say just like overall the chance to live a long life. Like, when I had liver disease, my life expectancy was cut in half. So, you know, if I would have never received a liver, I might not have made it past, which is really morbid to say, but I don't know if I would have made it past 40. So it's crazy, you know, that God just works everything out for your good for those who love him, period. Every day, although I was, you know, and this was something that I struggled with, the fact that I quote unquote looked healthy, but I just didn't feel good every day. You know, I just got used to it. I had to go to work, I had bills to pay. What I have wanted to, no. You know, I was trying to get accommodations at the DOE to come in at a later time. There were options of coming in a few days a week, but my principal would have never signed off on that because we're not gonna get into that. But you know, it was really hard. It was hard just to live. It wasn't a fulfilling life. It was like, before God, like, it was dreadful. And with God, I was able to look past it and realize that he gives us trials, like, and it makes us stronger. And it makes our faith stronger. So I saw it that way. I can set new goals and just see where God leads me. So somebody asked, is it true the new liver is growing inside of you? So no, actually. The liver that I received was from a deceased donor, which means basically I received the entire liver and my liver was to the can. Basically, it was like a swap. I received the new liver and then out went my old liver. Which again, if you saw in my video before this, it looked crazy. And like, I can't believe that's how my liver looked. But yeah, so it was a swap. But if I were to get the if someone donated it, that would have been different. That would have been growing inside of me and recovery would have been longer.
Oh my gosh, I've been looking at the camera this whole time. I've been looking at the viewfinder.
Okay, anyway, can you drink alcohol after a liver transplant? So generally, they say you can, but they do say to wait about a year. So, you know, my relationship with alcohol is different now. It's just not a desire, you know, maybe for holidays or my birthday, but I wouldn't go past like 1 or 2. I just want to be very careful with this new gift that I got. So what happens if you skip a dose? So I kind of have already. Don't tell anybody. I was just tired. I forgot. Right now I do have 2 alarms, so I won't. But nothing drastic happens. You know, I don't necessarily feel different, but obviously if that were to continue, it would show up in my blood work for sure. It's just not smart to do that. You want to make sure you're taking your anti-rejection medicines. You want to make sure you're taking your antiviral. It's important to stay on top of it. And then the last question, guys, how long was the recovery to eat food? So it was really fast, and I was surprised how fast it was. In the hospital, by like day 3, they put me on regular food, and I was kind of annoyed because, yeah, I actually was, you know, I love to eat, but I was annoyed because my stomach, you know, my digestive system was just not ready for food. It was mad sensitive, and it really hurt to eat regular food. I think I posted one day on Instagram, like I was eating mac and cheese, and like my eyes were still like, you know, because I was on a lot of drugs. I was not ready for food, but they just gave it to me anyway. But I can definitely say that this week I don't feel bad anymore. Bad in the way of like, you know, my stomach, like there's noises, like I get gas pains. Like I was getting all of that the last few weeks, and then I would say like around Christmas time, made lasagna. Her famous lasagna was so good, and I was able to enjoy it fully. You know, I didn't feel bad. It was like I was eating salad. Maybe not, but it was joyful. It was a joyful experience. So I hope you guys enjoyed this Q&A. I'm really excited for the next videos that are on their way. They will be vlogs. So yeah, guys, thank you guys for tuning in today. I hope you have a wonderful New Year's, and get to writing those goals. Don't be that person that has no plans for the new year, that starts after January 1st. Get writing, get to it, write those goals down, and check in with those goals, okay? Quarterly goals, you know, you wanna make them actually intentional. And yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Bye guys, God bless you guys.